actually to deep house, to the music of Amapiano as well. Music is what keeps us together as South Africans. But the best thing that we've seen through that is that youth is actually taking it into their controller and they are changing the game, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, the Unfiltered gang, welcome to episode 7 of the Unfiltered. If you're coming back, please make sure that you actually hit the notification button. If you're joining us for the first time, please don't forget to be part of the family by clicking on the subscribe button. It really does help us a lot on our side. My name is Ntabi Singh Mokhasho, but you can definitely call me Ntabi the MC, the lady with the voice for radio, and most definitely with no doubt, the face for the camera. Today I'm not alone. I'm actually joined in by a young, beautiful girl who's actually staying. I'm not sure if she's from Cape Town, the mother city, but we're going to be finding out later on. And she's definitely something big that is coming into the industry, and you need to be on the lookout for her. Hi, Sand. Oh, you want a drum roll?
Yes,
How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you for asking. How are you doing?
I can't complain at all. You've got a beautiful smile, by the way.
Thank you.
And it's
this is my shy smile.
Is it?
Yes.
One wouldn't sway. And it's gonna sound so cliche because every guest that I have, I always tell them they have a beautiful smile. So people are gonna think I'm lying. I'm not lying, guys. She has like a beautiful, beautiful smile. So for the viewers back at home who might not know who's this lady that I'm sitting with.
My name is Mihle Makubalo, but I go by Mihle Am because I am an upcoming artist. So yeah, that's my name.
Interesting. So Mihle, are you originally from Cape Town, or maybe you were born somewhere else? Where did you grow up?
I was born and raised in Cape Town, yeah.
Is it?
Yes, but obviously Eastern Cape, you know.
Oh, okay, now it makes sense.
Eastern Cape, yeah.
A lot of people find Cape Town to be like a tourist destination, like a holiday destination. For someone that's never been to Cape Town, how would you describe it?
It is that if you live in Cape Town, I live in Cape Town.
Because I'm not originally from Cape Town, but I can tell you it's beautiful, it's amazing, it's fascinating, and expensive.
Very expensive. That's why I'm saying there's Cape Town and then there's Kapa.
There's a difference between the two.
There's Cape Town and then there's Kapa. I live in Kapa, so
all
it's
right.
a holiday destination if you're coming to Cape Town. Your Camps Bay, yeah.
It makes sense. Well, Misha, thank you so much for joining us on the Unfiltered podcast. We appreciate you. We're going to have so much fun today getting to know about your journey as well. But before that, because we are partners in sexual health, an NGO that really focuses on young people and also the advocacy around sexual and reproductive health and rights, we want to play a quick game with you just to break the ice a bit. So this one is called What Would You Do? It's a scenario type of game. So I'm just going to give you scenarios and you would tell us in that kind of scenario, what would you actually do? Does it make sense?
Yes,
okay,
yes, it does.
Let's get into it. So the first one that I'm going to give you, so let's say hypothetically speaking, it happens that you go to the clinic, right? So this could be because you're pregnant, or let's say you are actually pregnant. You're pregnant, you missed your period for 2 months, and you realize that shit is about to get done, yeah. You go to the clinic, public healthcare institution, and then when you get there, the security guard is asking you rudely, what are you here to do? And then you try to answer the security guard, but when you get inside, it's a nurse who's also giving you attitude as well. What would you do?
Knowing the person that I am, I'm very shy, I'm very quiet. But when it comes to such situations, I know how to stand up for myself. I'll definitely stand up for myself and be like, lady, don't forget you work here, mama, help me out.
Let's work this thing out.
Let's work together, because I feel like now that you mention, I feel like people in clinics are very mean.
Yeah.
Like elders can be mean sometimes, and it's very hurtful, but you need to stand up for yourself, even if the person is an elder. I feel you. Second scenario, so you're in a relationship with this guy who's very hot, and then it happens that this boyfriend of yours, right, promises to give you money. Now you didn't ask him for the money. He offers and promises to say, on this particular date, I'm gonna give you the money. Then the day comes and then he doesn't give you the money. What's your reaction? What would you do? And you've already made plans with the money, by the way. I would feel very hurt. And I would definitely confront, like, why did you lie? You didn't have to promise me money.
Exactly.
Like, I make my own money. You didn't have to promise
So
me
it's not
money.
wrong to get angry for money that you were promised.
No, you promised me money. Like, give me the
Because I thought I'm the crazy one. I thought when I get angry for people promising me money, then I'm the problem.
No, especially if it's your partner and he promised you money. Like, today's the day, Baba.
One chaka. Why do you speak to one? Haven't you actually?
I've been to Joburg.
Now it's coming out. It's showing off. It's showing off. Okay, one last scenario that I have for you. So you decide to actually request either an Uber, a Bolt, whatever, any kind of shuttle service, and then when you get inside, you then realize that halfway throughout, the driver's taking a different route. The driver's being very rude to you, and he's being very shady. Then it only clicks that he also does not match the profile of the person that you requested. What do?
I send my location to my mom. Actually, I always send my location to
Good.
my mom. Everywhere I go, she knows where I'm going. Even if I'm going to a boy's place, she knows that I'm going to a boy's place. Like, that's how transparent we are with each other. So I'll definitely do that. I'll tell my mom, Mama, this is what's happening. And funny enough that you mentioned that, actually, me and my friend, we went to Camps Bay.
Yeah.
And on our way out of the restaurant, we requested, and the guy was different from the profile.
Yes, because it does happen. Even the cars are different.
So we got inside the car, and then I look at him, and I'm like, why is your face different from this person here?
The profile there.
And then he's like, my sister, if you don't want to be here, then get out. And then we're like, no, you don't have to be rude, just answer. And then he's
Exactly.
like, if you want me to answer, because I didn't even want to take this ride, so you might as well just get out of the car. And I was like, my friend, let's get out, because this guy is rude. If you continue this ride, he might do something.
And the red flags are always there, because what I want to pick up from what you're saying is sometimes we ignore the red flags. The same thing as maybe the profile not matching, and then next thing you know, the person is also being rude to you. So would you say as people, if you smell the red, get out?
Get out, because Sana, we can't afford, with what's happening in South Africa right now, you can't afford to have red flags.
Yeah, it's something else.
Yeah.
I want us now to get into something very interesting that happened to you. I'm not too sure on what day it was. You met certain people.
I want the day.
Please find out what day it was, guys. This is so interesting. Because it's actually one of the reasons why we have her on the podcast today.
It was Friday.
It wasn't on a Friday. It was on a Friday, ne? So one of the reasons why we have her on the podcast is because she's so brave. Don't see her being shy like that. She's so brave. So she decided, I don't know whether she approached, but she'll explain to us now whether she actually approached or what was happening. But it happened that she was this close to actually meeting up with people that could have changed her life, but she was not too sure how the engagement was actually happening. Take us through that, my lady.
Okay, so I work in Long Street here, yeah. And then I work a very early shift. Like my shift starts at 5 a.m. So I'm there at like 4. 4 is the latest I'm there. So I go to McDonald's. I'm like, okay, let me get some breakfast. I'm hungry. So I order, and then I see this group of guys sitting at the corner by the door. And I'm looking at them.
The door of McDonald's.
The door of McDonald's. I get in, I see them, but I order, and then I'm standing by the till or whatever. Yeah, I'm waiting for my order. And then these guys are speaking Tswana. I'm like, hey, this sounds like Joburg people, you know. I've been to Joburg and I know Joburg vibe. And I'm looking at the fashion sense. I'm like, hey, I'm sensing my piano, you know. And then something tells me we should go, and something else says we should don't go. Okay, these people are rude to you. But I listen to my gut because I'm like, I don't like regretting things, you know. So rather I do it and regret it later than not do it and then regret not doing it, you see. So I go to them and I'm like, hi guys, do you listen to Amapiano? And they're like, yeah, what would you like us to help with? And I'm like, can you please listen to my song that had... Mind you, I'm shaking.
This girl is brave, guys.
I'm shaking. And it's 4 a.m. It's 4 a.m. And these people look tipsy.
Guys, don't make a meme out of it. We'll come for you guys. We'll come for you.
Yes, look tipsy. And I'm like, is this a good idea? But I go to them and I'm like, can you guys listen to my song? It's on YouTube. And they're like, okay, play the song. Okay. And I'm like, okay, you guys interested though? My sister played the song. Okay, fine. I played the song and it was too loud, Chen, because it was McDonald's.
Yeah.
So people are drunk and stuff like that. But I played the song and one of them was jamming on the song. I know his name. And then one of them now, I don't know his face, but he's like, you must work with Abokel more where your voice is nice. And then he's like, do you know Damtuda?
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah, I know Damtuda. And he's like, this is Damtuda.
Now does he point to the other friend?
I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, but I know Damtuda.
That is not Damtuda.
Maybe it's the two Damtudas. and then that other guy's like, and he looks at me and then now the one that said this is Damtuda,
yes.
He was like, Vana, put her in the game, Vana. And he's like, yeah. No, my heart sank.
So now you felt the rejection on the spot.
I felt the rejection on the spot. And shame, you know what? I tried to think maybe, like I give people the benefit of the doubt. I tried to be like, okay, maybe they were drunk. But I put myself in their shoes.
Exactly.
And I was like, I wouldn't have reacted like that. I would have even maybe lied and say, nah, send me a DM, I'll look into it. And then I don't look into it. It's fine. But at least you were nice to me while I was in front of you.
Maybe the question that the viewers back at home would have is, are these famous people, now that you have their engagement with them, they are people in the industry?
They are. I had to look up because I saw his face and I was like, your face looks familiar. Only to find out that himself is a vocalist of a... Like
okay, yes, don't mention names.
I'm going to show you though after this.
Please.
But it's top 3 songs that are currently trending. He's actually a vocalist on there and some of them are like managers,
yes.
and some are producers, actual producer. I saw an actual producer. So I was like,
From that incident itself, would you then say one of the things that make it difficult for upcoming artists to penetrate the industry, it also comes from the gatekeeping from the celebrity, the well-known artists themselves?
Yeah.
Would you say that?
That day I felt like it because I felt like he was gatekeeping and the producer as well. You know, when you see something good, man, like just, I don't know, like lie to me again, you know, send me a piece of your thing on IG and I'll have a look into it. Just lie to me.
Even if they're not going to look into it.
Other than rejecting me on the face, like that makes you feel bad as a person. It's like, is this the industry that I really want to get into if people are like this?
But if you ask me, I would also say it's part of the things that shape you as an artist, as a creative. I know it's a hard pill to swallow, but they really build on your character as well. You've got experience in terms of being based in Joburg, seeing the Joburg life as well, and also being the side of Cape Town. And one would also say that Joburg is very fast, and Joburg is also a catalyst for artists particularly who want to make it. If you were to paint a picture for us, for what the music industry looks like for people in Cape Town and people in Joburg, what would you say what are the similarities, what are the differences?
I actually like that one because this whole music thing started in Joburg for me. So I was in Cape Town after high school, grade 12, finished matric, and I'm like, what am I going to do? Which school do I want to go to? And I told my mom I want to go to after film school, and I was like, I need to go to Joburg, Mom. I want to go to Joburg. And already Amapiano was doing its thing. So I started DMing people. Whilst I was in Cape Town in Joburg. And I met someone who actually was nice to invite me to a studio at like a very well-known artist as well.
Interesting. You're a girl of luck. You're a girl of blessing.
It's God.
I'm telling you.
And I met these people and they started recording with me. So I would say Joburg, it's fast. Like you are able to meet people. You can go to Melville, you can meet someone in Melville, a producer, and be like, can you listen to this? And they open to listening. That's why I was a bit shocked why those guys were like giving me a hand, because I'm used to people interacting, producers interacting with me. So Cape Town, it's very slow.
Do you think Cape Town being slow is because people haven't yet processed the fact that the entertainment industry is growing? Or could it be because people are just focused on their things here, they don't care about whether you do music or whatever? What do you think the problem is basically with us?
I think Amapiano is not, I don't know, like they don't care. Like it seems like they don't care. Like people that just, enjoying other genres. I don't even know what genre they're enjoying in Cape Town, to be quite honest.
What genre do you guys listen to in Cape Town? You must let us know. Chat, what do you guys listen to in Cape Town? What music do you guys listen to? I wonder what they listen to here.
I don't know, like boom boom. I don't know, but maybe I'm not out there.
Yes.
That's another thing, man. Like maybe I'm not socializing enough. Maybe I'm not. It's just that in Joburg things are here, man. Like even at Reyes we had a studio. Like it was just all here, you know. So
and things are happening.
Then in Cape Town you have to scarela all the time, and it's.
I want us to speak about this journey, your journey in Amapiano particularly. Were there any other genres that you were particularly interested in, or immediately when you found your voice, you thought to yourself, no, this is what I actually want to do? What was the situation with you?
No, actually I started recording back in grade 8. I used to go to school in Mida, that was in Dujwa, Eastern Cape. It was a boarding school. So these other boys saw me and they were like, yo, you have a beautiful voice, you sing all the time in class, so can you come record with us? We're hip hop artists. So I started R&B-ish, and then that's when I was in Joburg when I started recording in Amapiano. So I met quite a few cool people actually.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you a question that's very slightly not hypocritical, I don't know what's the word for it, but it's a question that I feel if you had the answer to it, then you would be making. But I'm just gonna ask the question anyways. Majority of the upcoming artists that have a breakthrough in the industry now, that maybe did one song and next thing you know already they're in. What do you think actually worked for them? And be honest with me.
Sure.
Especially the ones that did a song today. Because I know there was a case where we had Song of the Year and people are complaining that we don't even know that person, we don't know what that song is. So from your perspective, what do you think kind of makes it work for you?
I don't know. No, I'm just trusting God at this point. Like I'm just trusting God because I always pray, I'm like, God, you wouldn't give me this voice for nothing. Like I know you wouldn't give me this voice. So for other people, I really don't know shit. Maybe they meet my police and my police like, let's go to the studio.
I no, but I think I actually get what you're trying to say.
Like, I really don't know shit.
And what would you say makes you're a vocalist yourself in the Amapiano industry, am I correct? So what would you then makes a great Amapiano vocalist according to you? What do you think as an Amapiano vocalist when you put out there that you can see people say, yeah, this one is the one, this one is it just your voice, the talent you have, or do you think there's more to it? Vocal training, going to school?
Vocal training, you lost me there.
And here's the vocal training. And that's a
I don't know, maybe a confidence. I really don't know. Like maybe a confidence, like what I do. I just for the past the songs that I've recorded, it's either I go in there and I feel the music, because also I like to connect with the music. This sounds cliche, but I like to connect with the music. Like there's another song that I made. It was actually inspired by Msaki. That song with Ukamza the Small. What's that song again? Yeah, I forgot.
Yes.
That song, but it was inspired. So I like to be inspired while I'm in the studio and actually think before I sing, you know.
Let's talk a bit about your music. You started recording immediately when you got to Joburg, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember the first song that you recorded?
Yes.
What is the name of the song?
It was.
What
it's not my
inspired it?
song, but you know, that's how I say I met really cool people there. Because the first song that I recorded, I got the lyrics from one of the artists actually. His name is Nacho. Shout out to
Nacho.
He's quite huge, you know, and he gave me the lyrics and he basically trusted my voice because he was like, hey, your voice is good. Let me give you this. What do we call this thing?
Is it a beat, a sample, or
like you know when you sing it in a different way, like let me give you this kind of way to sing.
Okay,
Let me put it that way, lack of words. But yeah, so the name of it was Tandwa, and he gave me lyrics for that song. It's been recorded. I'm not too sure if it's dropped yet. No, it's not. It's not dropped. It's somewhere by them. But yeah.
So this is your first song that you recorded?
First song with them,
okay,
that I recorded and I was part of. I was actually like the vocals on it, like main vocals. And I was like, yo guys, you trust me this much. But it was a very nice song and I'm sure it will be out pretty soon.
Now tell us about the songs that you've recorded and you've actually dropped them. What are the names of the songs as well?
So the first one that I dropped was my single. It's You the One by Mihle M featuring Tubby P and Mastermind.
Mastermind is the producer, I'm assuming.
Mastermind is the producer, Tubby P is also the producer.
Is it? Oh, you're the vocalist.
So I'm the vocalist on that one. And then the most recent one is Amapiano by Praise. He's the producer, myself, and another artist. I'm sorry, I forgot the name. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Now, those two songs that you're talking about now, because I know with the first song, and you had someone give you the lyrics as well and tell you how to sing the song. Now, these other two songs, did you write the lyrics yourself? Ooh, shine girl.
In fact, the second one I freestyled.
I know. You were in your, what do they call it? You were in your element.
I was in my element. First Thai food.
Got into studio and killed it.
Got it.
And murdered it.
Murdered it.
Take us through the creative process of it. As an artist yourself, how do you manage to get into studio and create a masterpiece as well? And also, when you give us music, because I believe you do music for us, right? What is the end goal for you as an artist? What are you hoping to achieve?
I want people to enjoy, like, play it in your Spotify, put it in your playlist, in your Apple Music, you know. And the creative process, I can't really say much about it because, like I said, the vibe is always, like, the vibe is always nice, man.
Yeah.
Even the people that I've worked with, the producers, they always make sure that the vibe is nice and they always make me comfortable as well in the process. And they always tell me that, don't rush it, just listen to the beat and let it marinate, you know, and take your time. So, yeah.
I have a guy in there. Hey, can I vent? This is an ad break, by the way. So we're going for an ad break, but in the ad break, it's me venting. So now that you're explaining and you're taking me through your journey, I'm reminded that there was a particular guy in Rez. So I studied TUT back in Mpumalanga. So there was a particular guy who's also very good with producing and whatnot. So I'm a bad singer, but I love singing and I enjoy singing.
She says she's a bad singer.
I'm a bad singer. Ask my colleague. Can you see my colleague's face? I'm very bad. So it happened that he was passing by my room. So you know sometimes you like, how do I explain it? Like when you hit a note and you get it like by mistake. Not to say you're good. So I was singing something and I think I got the note and it went to this guy had that part and then he hunted me down until he found. So he thought I'm a good singer, but he didn't know it was by chance. It was by sleep.
One hit to add.
Umfana said to me, "No, Ntabi, I need you to come to my studio." And at that point, I was also convinced that, you know, maybe I can sing. Maybe this thing. We organized. I went to his studio. When I got there, he gave me the mic, everything, and he said, "Sing." Child, the first note I did, he was just sitting there looking at me. And he said, "Can I give you water to drink?"
Yo,
I'm like, what is the water for? This guy offered me water because he thought maybe after the water, I'll come back.
Something will happen.
Nothing happened. There was nothing. He made me sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star just to warm up my
Marinates the voice.
So those kind of things, they actually happen. Yeah, I cried afterwards. I really cried afterwards. But I also wanted to speak about, we are seeing an influx. Or rather, let me not say an influx, but there's a saturation of a lot of upcoming artists that are getting into the industry, which I personally don't think that it's a problem of any sort, right? If people want to try music, let people try music. But what is your take on people that are not passionate about music, but they're just chasing, as Maporisa would say, people that are chasing the wave, people that are chasing the trend, and not doing it for the love and the passion?
Yeah, I mean, people want to eat, you know, like, I don't know, maybe they find making music, like, it's easy and it makes the money or it brings the bread at home. So I don't know, man, it just feels like as long as there's no gatekeeping, people must do what they want, honestly speaking. Yeah, like do what you want, just don't gatekeep for us who are who trying to get into this thing for real.
People who really love it.
People who really love it and enjoy it.
Mihle, tell us about the challenges that you personally have particularly faced in the industry. Just maybe even if it's not the Amapiano industry, but just in general, what are the challenges that upcoming artists face in the industry?
I mean, I'm not really out there like that, you know. So the only challenges that I've faced was getting moving from Joburg to Cape Town, because I felt like things were really getting there for me in Joburg. So when I moved to Cape Town, unfortunately due to circumstances, I had to move back home. It was really heartbreaking because I was like, I almost I had it here, God, why now, you know? But it made sense why I had to move back as well. So things have been very slow for me. Actually, they went bum.
I feel you.
Yeah.
But you still trust in God,
But
right?
I still trust in God.
That's the most important thing. You must always just trust in God no matter what actually happens. And I think it's also a message to the other upcoming artists as well who want to make it in the industry to say these are things that you need to actually take a look into. I know we've got a ghost presenter that's going to jump in now, but before he jumps in, because it's a man, I want to ask you, between me and you, how true is it, the issue of producers asking for sexual favors from upcoming artists for them? Is it true? Is it something that is happening in the industry?
No, I've never experienced it. The people that I've met are very young people, my age group, so chilled vibes, you know, brother vibes.
Yeah, and I love that actually.
Brother vibes. I feel like if that would happen to me, then
it's shy.
I like how that die.
All right, coming DJ X.
Well, thank you very much, Itabi. Well, I actually wanted to ask that question in the point of safety, because I mean, you spoke about how you and your mom are so tight, you would be in a situation and you'll send the pin to mom. But also now, can I ask it in this way, how did mom take the news of you just want to do music? Because sometimes with parents, they're like, no, it's nightlife, it's alcohol, it's drugs, it's this. Did mom take it well?
Yes, your mom is so cool, you know. Even when I was I want to study film, she was like, okay, girl, do your thing. That's why I went to Joburg to study film. And then when I was like, Mama, I actually DM this other producer, and he was like, we must go to Stu at Midrand. So she was like, send me the location and go, girl, do your thing. So
Yeah, so let's speak into that, because that really makes your star to shine even brighter, because you have someone who is your parent who's supporting you all the way. Let's speak to other kids maybe who are not getting that, who have to maybe live a double life or hide that fact that, listen, I am actually interested in music, not accounting.
Yeah.
So what is the importance of having a parent that's supporting you 100% in your dreams?
I feel like it's really important. It just gives you the fire, even though you have the fire in you. But if your parents are not supporting you, then it's maybe I'm making the wrong decision then. But you know that's your passion, so it's
And I think the entertainment industry, just in general, it's something that a lot of African parents have not come into terms with. And I think it's one of the reasons why we're having the conversation with you, not only to inspire other young people, but also to inspire, but just to also send a message to the parents this can be something that a person makes a living out of. There can be a career out of anything in the entertainment industry. The dangers are there, obviously, we need to be mindful. But talking about the dangers also allows other people to know exactly what they're actually getting themselves into as well. Speaking about those dangers, let's get into the issue of bookings and riders and whatever. As upcoming artists, according to you, do you think it's okay to only accept your 6 packet of Savovo J just to come in? Because
I haven't experienced that, riders and stuff, because I've performed twice in Joburg, and me performing there, I volunteered to perform because I was like, I want to put myself out there, and it wasn't like paid gigs, you know. So when it comes to riders, I don't even drink. So why
still a
giving
me
savannas?
But let's say you because we do believe in you and we know that you're going to get there. So let's say when you get there at some point of your career, or maybe let me ask it this way, do you think it's actually
you, but I don't fall for it.
nah? Respect your craft.
Respect your craft and
That-
your voice. Like you put work into that. So why now do you want to? I hope I don't experience this.
I pray that you don't experience it as well. Let's speak about, so you told us about your songs, right? But I'm particularly interested in the people in the industry that actually inspire you.
Okay.
Are there any artists that you look at and be like, this person is really my role model?
Yes, there are actually. There is Amifako and Msaki. Msaki is actually one person that inspired me the most back in 2022 when I started recording. Because I was like, yo, Lusisi Umkosa, like, oh my goodness, I love this. Like it's really, I don't know that much Xhosa females in the industry, like Amapiano or so. So I was like, yo, I want to, like you inspire me. I don't want to be you, but you inspire
I feel
me
you.
to do better. Like you inspire me to actually sing in Xhosa as well. Because I thought, maybe I don't be English, people are gonna love me. But then when I started singing in Xhosa, that's where I felt more connection, like with me and my voice and what I want to portray.
It felt like home.
Out there, yeah.
We know that Msaki does a certain style of music. There's a certain way that she expresses herself, even when she sings, right? It's not your typical any other genre out there, which makes me want to actually ask you to say. You mentioned earlier, like just before when we were behind the scenes, you were saying that there's different types of Amapiano.
Yeah.
And there's a specific one that you also do. Let's talk about that. What kind of Mapiano? Because I thought Mapiano is Mapiano. Why didn't I I said,
There's the soulful ones, your Calvin Momo, your Cabs are the small. You see Calvin Momo style. I really like Calvin Momo style actually. Your Cabs are the small. I think Sam Deep is also somewhere there. So those soulful ones, the one that actually, when you listen to it, you're like feeling terrible. Also, what Barbara M is doing, she sometimes gets into Amapiano gospel-ish, praising God whilst, so that's my vibe. That is my vibe.
Now, what I want to find out is from that vibe of yours that you get to sing, are there any specific artists that you would like to work with, collaborate with at some point of your life, of your career?
Tell me, Momo.
Hi, Momo! And Momo, by the way, recently dropped an album and it's fine. Do you have a favorite song from that album?
I haven't listened to it
Is
like
it?
that. I like to take my time because if I rush, then I'm not gonna. But I will listen to it. I'll definitely go listen to it. But Calvin Momo, Calvin Small.
I love how you gripped in that. Somebody actually said with Calvin Momo's style of music, when he drops an album, it takes you about 8 months and 48 days to find your favorite song. It's not the kind of, he doesn't do music where you're like, this is a no. You must relax into it. Even if you listen to the whole album the whole day, but you must relax into it, you must ease into it. People are going to find their favorites next year around March on the 27th around 5 p.m.
Yeah.
That's the only time they're going
Not
to.
2 seconds in. No.
I actually get what you're saying. I want us to also just speak about the industry itself of Amapiano as well. Do you see longevity into it, or do you think it's just a genre? Because I know, I might be wrong by the way, I don't have so much history when it comes to Amapiano, but mid-2010, that's when it was actually blowing up quite a bit as well. It came about, we saw artists, the wave and everything. So do you see longevity into it?
I don't know. Like, also music, I don't want to do music like full time and be like, music, this is my life, this is my career, because I feel like the industry can be depressing. Like we've seen a lot of artists being depressed by the industry. So I do want to go to school and get like a nice degree in what I want to study. And then when it comes to that word, longevity.
Longevity.
Yeah, when it comes to that, I don't know, because what if you don't gig?
Yeah.
Then what happens?
That's another thing.
What
as
happens
well.
when your time passes by? Like no longer, like we no longer say Mihle M now. Like what happens then? You know. So I don't want to start.
Are you then advising upcoming artists that to always have a backup plan if they intend to actually get into music? Do you think that's the wise thing to do?
A backup plan is a wise thing to do. Like study something that you know, like a 9 to 5. You know, you can go and get a job with your administration, what. You know.
But wouldn't one say, I'm just trying to play the devil's advocate here, wouldn't one say that then you're not passionate enough about music? If you're going to be having a plan B, what's the point of you going into music then? Don't you think one would argue that?
Yeah, there was, but that's where I stand, Shane, because I've seen a lot of stories. I've seen a lot of artists that are like, hey, it's bad. Can you send Capitek? Yeah. You know?
You spoke about depression and how a lot of artists are getting into depression as well. I just wanted to find out from you, do you think the depression also comes from feeling the pressure to make it very fast and not trusting the process? So maybe if artists would trust in the process, then it will be much easier?
I feel like it, because let me make an example about myself, you know. Back in 2022 when I started recording, I wanted things to I wanted to blow up. Because also another thing, I was recording in a studio of a well-known person. So I was like, hey, this is my chance.
I've got it.
I need to make it. And I already had a manager. I already had people backing me up. So when I lost that, I was stressed. I was crying all the time. Especially when I came back to Cape Town, I was like, God, like, why did you give me a taste of that and then take it away? So I feel like if you're not trusting the process, then you will definitely be depressed. And then now when it comes to the politics of it, because also when it comes to bookings, you have to share a certain amount of money. Then if your management team doesn't like you or they just hate you, they want to chow your money, then that's when you see, what am I doing if I'm not getting the money that I need or I deserve?
Which actually makes sense. Is there darkness in the industry? Would you say that there's a bit of darkness that also happens in the industry itself?
There is. I feel like there is. I think for all industries there is darkness, but obviously for the music industry that's where we see it more, because you see your favorite artist and you're like, what happened there when you know? Yeah.
It actually makes sense. By the way, don't forget to subscribe, but most importantly, don't forget to also click on the link that we're going to put on the bio that is going to lead you straight to the music that Mihle M has actually dropped. You might be seeing the face for the first time, but trust us when we say she's actually the next big thing and you need to be jumping onto the music that she does.
Right, so my next one, Mihle M, with the darkness of the whole entertainment industry and everything, and how you spoke about the importance of making sure that you have that plan B and all that. Don't you think though it's quite important to balance both the talent side of the artist or the entertainment industry also with the business side? Because I feel like a lot of artists or entertainment people, they fall short on the business side of understanding how does things really work in the business sense.
Because when you, I hear your question, because also when I started recording, that's when I was like, okay, maybe I just need to do this, and then they're going to give me 1,000 for doing this, for recording, and then I'm fine. But then I got to learn about the business side of it, and that sounded very depressing. And then I saw my friends who actually started producing and doing all those things, they got depressed, and I was like, maybe then God knew why he took me out of Joburg, because I started speaking to my friends from Joburg, and they were like, this life is really like, it's bad, because people, they like, they're like, but they're like liches or something, if I may put it that way. Yeah, so it's definitely important to learn the business side as well, not just enjoy the vibes.
Now, maybe my follow-up question is going to be away a little bit from that. Let's talk about some of the distractions that are there. I mean, for boys, they get there, there's pretty girls. For girls, they get there, there's pretty boys. How are you dealing with the distractions?
Sorry to cut you, I'm a loud thinker. I've got an ex in the Amapiano industry. No way to get, I'm serious.
I know.
You know my ex,
I know.
But no, the reason why I'm raising the issue of my ex, it's because last night, I swear on my mother's grave, I swear. Last night I had a dream of my Amapiano ex getting married. And I'm thinking, why is he not marrying me, this guy? I must plug you with that ex, but it's fine. Continue. What was your question, sir? Where were we?
My question is all about the kind of distractions that just individuals meet, whether you are the boy or the girl and you are looking forward to making it to the top of the peak, but you get distracted because here's a pretty boy, here's a very cute girl, and they tend to just put you off track and you lose everything that you had focused on.
Yeah.
How do you deal with distractions? Because I'm definitely sure we've met some pretty boys out there.
Yeah. For sure in Jersey. Yeah. Pretty boys in Jersey. Yeah. But I never got to that point, honestly. Like I never got distracted to the point where I'm like, oh, okay. Let's do this, me and you together. No. So I can't really say much about that part.
And I think it also goes with discipline as well. The moment you're so hungry and the moment you know what you want and you just like this, it's tunnel vision. Anything else on the side, you're like, I'm not going to entertain that, not for now. Then you get it. Hence, I asked her that question earlier on to say, are there any producers that try their luck by asking for sexual favors, where the person would say, I can help you, but if you scratch my back, I scratch your back, that type of a vibe, it actually does happen as well. Makes sense. Don't forget to subscribe as well. It really helps us a lot on our side. We appreciate it. We're still hanging out with Mihle M right here, who's actually an Amapiano vocalist of note. When we come back from the ad break, we're going to be asking her more questions about her journey and things that you can also expect from her career. This is the Unfiltered Gang. Welcome back to another round of the Unfiltered Gang, and I mean it exactly like that, literally. It's another round that we're doing with Mihle M right here on the Unfiltered. If you haven't subscribed as yet, I'm never going to get tired of saying it. Please make sure that you actually subscribe. But most importantly, also engage with us by making sure that you comment. If you love the girl, if you love her vibe as well, if you want to also listen to her music as well, please do make sure that you share all of that on the comment section. So Mihle, I want to ask you a few questions. I want you to choose. I want you to be sure about your story and what is happening. Right? And then you get to choose between one. Maybe you'll tell us why you choose between one. Between music and money, which one would you go for?
I mean, I do want the money.
At the same time, you give it the voice.
I would say music, man, because also another thing is I do want to get into gospel.
Nice, so interesting.
Like that's something that I always pray about as well. That I want to use my voice to heal. Like I want to use my voice because I know that God gave me this voice, just not for violence.
Yeah,
He gave me to use it. So
exactly.
I'll say music.
And between you being an underground artist, meaning that you actually don't know at all, right? But you're doing well for yourself.
Yeah.
And then you're actually known, but you're broke. Which one would you go for?
Let me not be known. As long as people can hear my music, can they?
They can, yes.
Oh, okay.
And you're doing very well. While they're hearing your music, you're also doing very well.
It's fine.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Being famous does nothing to you.
So you really don't care about fame that much?
I want kudos, and also I want to use my voice.
I feel you. Do you feel like some celebrities, the fame gets to their head? So someone started as an upcoming, but then once they were famous, it started getting to their head?
I think it's easy to let it get into your head because also that guy that I met at my grandma's.
Whom we're not going to mention. We will not mention your name. Do not worry. Don't worry about that. We're not going to say anything as well. Between DJ Maparisa and Kabza the Small, actually make it DJ Kabza the Small and Calvin Momo. Who would you want to work with for the rest of your life?
Calvin Momo. Calvin Momo, yeah.
So that's what. Between Amifakwe and Msaki?
No, you can't do that. Amifakwe and Msaki.
It's a tough one.
It's a tough one because they're kind of different. Amifakwe is, I don't know, and Msaki is, I don't know. So I'd say I say Msaki because she's mature and she can guide me, you know, and also she's very smart.
No?
Yeah, she's very smart.
I hope you're going to leave us with a bit of something, some singing here. I'm putting you on the spot.
No.
I'm just joking with you. Alright, so the music that you have actually released, that you've actually put out there, how can people listen to that music? How can people support you?
Please listen to my song You The One by Mihle featuring Tabi P and Mastermind. It's available on Apple Music, Spotify and YouTube as well. And then the most recent one by Praise featuring myself and I need to get that.
Please, the person is, we need to know who the person is.
Wrong of me. I need to get
Apologies, we need to know who the person actually is, by the way. So this was the person that is also featured on the song, right?
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
And it's actually very good. Very, very good.
No, it actually does help to know that we've got young people that are actually boosting and helping one another as well. It's one of those things that we actually, did you get it?
Yes. I don't know how to spell it.
It's a triple I.
I think it's Iley.
Iley, yeah.
But it's ILLYE. That's his name also, featuring himself. Yeah, so it's a very nice song, Amapupa. I'm actually very proud of this one, more than my single. Very bad, but yeah.
You grow. Remember, this is a process, it's a journey, so you get to grow into it. What can we expect from Mihle and any future plans that you have? What's in the pipeline?
I'm going to keep on trying my best to get to producers that are actually open to helping out a kid, you know, trying her best. And yeah, just check my socials, I'll post there.
If there's a producer out there that's actually going to be watching the podcast and you would like to say something to them, what would you like to say? Producers that are ready.
Send me a DM, producer, let's work something out, you know. I'm open to Amapiano, soulful, or even R&B and a bit of gospel. So
love it. Leave us with the word of the day so that we can close it out. What's the word of the day? Or the word of the winter season? It's very cold. It's cold.
Word of the day, you shine.
I love how it came out. Mihle, you're such a superstar, my baby.
Thank you.
We're wishing you nothing but the best. We believe in you. We know that you're going to make it. We just need you to keep pushing so that you can also inspire other people out there. And thank you so much for coming through to the Unfiltered podcast.
Thank you for having me. This was nice.
I'm glad you enjoyed it as well. Unfiltered gang, we've wrapped up yet another one with Mihle right here. We're going to leave the links of some of her songs on the bio as well. But most importantly, we're also going to be having a conversation with her on PSH Radio. So be on the socials to actually be on the lookout for that as well. We appreciate you on episode number 7. So until we see you again on episode number 8, keep on showing us some love. Keep on commenting, keep on subscribing, keep on sharing, and we'll definitely keep on giving you the content you deserve. My name is Atabi, the MC, and we're out.